I built a tool for us to track U.S. representative stock trades. Hey everyone, I am the guy who built SenatestStockwatcher.com, which has been really helpful for a few people and just general public knowledge overall. Well, I finally built a tool to do the same tracking and analysis for the U.S. House of Representatives. HouseStockwatcher.com. The reason this took so long is that the House exclusively files their disclosures in PDF that vary wildly in quality and format, so for this project I have been transcribing every transaction disclosed. I am nearly done with 2021. I am sure 2020 will uncover lots of interesting trades. If you want to help contribute to the data, you can also do that at Monkey. Web link. Don't know who Patrick J. Toomey is, but he bought GME right at the top, smiley face, gorilla. Edit, he sold a day later at a loss, man facepalming. Senator for PA laughing out loud. Per his wiki, Toomey graduated from Harvard College. A former Wall Street banker. 3. Toomey narrowly lost the Republican primary for United States Senate in 2004. From 2005 to 2009, he served as president of the Club for Growth. 4. Toomey won the Republican primary for the 2010 U.S. Senate election in Pennsylvania, and was elected to the seat after defeating the Democratic nominee, former U.S. Navy 3-star Admiral and Congressman Joe Sestak, in the general election. 5. He was re-elected to the Senate in 2016, defeating Democratic nominee Katie McGinty. 6. Someone needs to add. Was a GameStop ape who FOMO into the peak, but had paper hands and sold the dip. And here I thought Harvard grads, Wall Street bankers, and senators were smart guys. Was wanted to be a GameStop ape, but had paper hands who bought the peak and sold the dip. FTFY. And here I thought Harvard grads, Wall Street bankers, and senators were smart guys. You forgot the part where they could just be the offspring of someone who was smart a long time ago. And here I thought Harvard grads, Wall Street bankers, and senators were smart guys. LOL. Looks like any of us are more qualified to be a senator. What's the going salary for that nowadays? $300K? Damn, $174K per year to blow on 0 DTE OTM option, not including any bribes lobbying money? Sign me up. My cat is more qualified than Pat Toomey. But my cat won't accept bribes to make sure the super rich always have the upper hand, so she won't get any campaign contributions. You are very wrong. I am sorry. This is goddamn hilarious. Do they even teach these Ivy cucks? The best traders are often the scrappy folks who work their way up, such as web link. Senator paper hands. PA have some paper hand bitches to represent them. PA stands for paper-handed butthole. All-around piece of crap. I will say he's been doing an absolutely epic blitz of reputation laundering before he retires. On the other side, you've Kathy Manning of NC06 piling cash into something called Melvin Capital. I think I've heard of them somewhere. Web link. I'm in tears imagining him about to sell that stock, telling himself that's the last time I listen to the people, to the moon my ass. I don't even know what this guy looks like, but I can just see him muttering that under his breath sitting at his fancy government desk. Or he is using an old broken screen iPhone 5 with 10% battery charge. Like most of us cave-dwelling apes. Nobody said which. Web link. Edit, he sold a day later at a loss, man facepalming. Patrick paper hands. LMFAO, at least now he may want to do something as far as investigating. Nope, he lost, so he is jealous of us with diamond hands, so will want us to suffer as he did. One of us. One of us. Although he's out of office, so why wouldn't he speak his mind? Web link. If he's still in, I'm still in. You'd vote for him, wouldn't you? Even send a little slice of the tendies for the campaign? He's not running for re-election. He's been fighting for term limits, and decided that even though he hasn't accomplished that goal, it would be hypocritical to run for a third term. Pretty much the only thing I respect about Pat Toomey is that he sticks to his principles, and that's coming from someone who voted for him twice. Just a clarification here, His son bought and sold the shares. I do like Senator Toomey's stance on GameStop though. Web link. Figures Toomey would be a paper-handed bitch. Whether or not you agree with his policies, he was actually advocating for not effing over retail investors and defending GME investors when interviewed about whether WSB was collusion and manipulation. At least on this issue he was on our side and tried to help. Well, now we know why. Facts. Although he's right to stick up for us, we all know he likely doesn't give AF, he's just as pissed as we are that they try to rob us. Not sure if he's still on our side or if a few campaign contributions from his boy Kenny G quieted him up. He was on our side because he's not up for re-election. He was on our side because he's making a run for governor next year. He'd feed us to the wolves in a second otherwise. Yeah, I saw him on the news actually sticking up for retail. I was pretty surprised about that. I'm with you on that one. Frankly, I was surprised to see any of them advocating for retail traders. United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. That's my effing rep. Love it. What a retard. Hate that dude. Did the same thing, still have my $390 when stock. You didn't paper hand. Don't worry, we're coming for you. They don't call him Patrick Paper Hands Toomey for no reason. A douchebag from Pennsylvania. I am lolling hard at this. Am Pennsylvanian. Doesn't surprise me, Toomey is a paper-handed bitch. Making public knowledge actually public knowledge. I like it. I agree completely. Will be interesting to compare their investments with their voting habits. Thanks for the tool. I'm making a prediction. The results we find will bring light to very obvious things most people already feel. This could probably be more or less automated too. For example, analysis of sectors affected by different legislation compared to stock trades executed around the time the legislation was introduced and voted on. That could be some seriously scandalous info to make easily digestible by people especially interested in infrastructure plays they are buying. Oil's also very interesting right now. There are only 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and government policies' effect on asset prices. Oil price is the most obvious example in recent years. The Saudi and Russian governments went to war on market share by flooding the oil market back in March 20th, and for a brief moment in time in April oil futures went negative. Then the Saudi and Russian governments suddenly agreed to cut supply. Gee, what could have possibly caused that? And on the days that followed, the best 100% odds of winning trade of the decade was born. And now, in the last few days, the White House demanded that the Saudis increase supply to stop the price of oil from rising any further. That resistance zone at 70 is now backed up by a couple of U.S. carrier fleets. It's a case of sell us your oil or we kill you, but sell us too much and we also kill you. Or in other words, business as usual. And they call us apes. Oh wait, we call ourselves apes. TL/DR, this isn't financial advice, more the mad ramblings of a semi-retarded, bare-assed baboon, but you could say it's not the worst time to be shorting oil futures right about now. The $50 to $70 a barrel range seems to be where it's at. Then when the FUD hits and oil price bounces off the $50 support zone, YOLO into oil stocks. This is why they should be banned from making individual buys. They can put retirement fund money in a blind index fund they have no control or knowledge of, but they cannot, or at least should not, day trade individual stocks or industries. Total a stock market index only. You only profit if the country does better. Anyone want to track their net earnings versus other traders and see if they're outperforming the market? I'd bet on it. Curious if it would be possible to put together a Senator Index sort of fund/watch list. And just track the fund performance relative to the market. Curious if anyone would be bold enough to actually make a hedge fund that did just that. A low expense ratio hedge fund, LOL. If only I had the capital to start it. This is Kong level ape. Yeah, original poster, just make sure they don't go to the gym and start bench pressing by themselves. I like this. You should make a leaderboard with who has the highest % gain. Bonus points if it auto-sends a complaint to the SEC Inspector General trash bin. Original poster replies, "I'll just delete the email before it is sent to save the internet the bandwidth." A gentleman and a scholar I see. Ops not the hero we deserve, ops the hero we need. The big thick girthy kind. You'll save some bandwidth. Gmail and Outlook 365 sync drafts with the server now. This is how Paul Manafort tried to hide a paper trail with some people he was communicating with, by using a. Since the email was never sent, the usual tracking and metadata is not all present. Web link. This is a good idea. Then you can have an aggregate list of investments weighted by each congressman's performance track record. You can probably think of more than one representative you wouldn't trust to base your investment decisions on. Could probably be tied fairly easy to bills they've sponsored or voted on. Yeah, you might be able to get industry data for stock tickers, and match it to industries mentioned in bills around the time of trading. Vanguard Senators ETF, anyone? Not a terrible idea. Sad but true. The only actively managed fund that outperforms. Damn. Yes. This idea, light bulb. Another fund sorting would be investments to committees held. I'd love to see the banking committee buying fintech, defense buying MSFT/LMT, and so on and so on. 105 comments. Political loss porn. Love it. I'm waiting for a degenerate like us to get elected and then we find his WSB post history. I think it's Keith Gill you're talking about. He'd have my vote, just because he likes the stock. Thank you for this. I suspect it will be very interesting reading. Have you received any heat for daring to make this information more publicly accessible? Original poster replies, surprisingly, no. I did have one friend who is particularly stupid try to prank text me saying that he wanted me to take my site down and he was John Kerry. The only issue is he spelled Kerry wrong and that Kerry was not a senator when the Stock Act was passed, so his trades would not be in any of that information, haha. Hello, I am Vice President Drew Carey. PLS stop. Jim Carey here, assistant to the regional manager, what's going on? Hell, just carry on then. I'm from Cary, Maine. Who carries? Carry on my wayward son. Boston. Kansas, not Boston. There'll be tendies when you are done. Original poster replies, no you. The governor of Senate will hear of this insolence, triumphant face. Okay cool, well I actually am John Kerry and I actually do want you to take this site down so. Get on it. Original poster replies, crap. Ha ha ha. Username checks out. God damn it, Jim Carrey, go back to playing Scooby-Doo. So what you're telling us is that your friend is a moron? He should fit right in here. I'm Carrie Elwes and I'd appreciate it if you respect my privacy and stop. Original poster replies, dang, should take that up with Obama. I'll let him know for you, smiley face. Hi, I'm Bob Dole and I would like to be included in taking down my info. I want nobody to remember me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.